Mangalore is the 48th best city in the world. There are no other cities in that list in India. 48th best city. Can you even imagine? What makes Mangalore so fantastic? Number one, the medical system. You get doctors here of the highest caliber. The very fact people from all over the world come to Mangalore for treatment and find relief is a testament of the caliber, the comfort, the dedication and the humaneness of doctors here. Number two, the education system. The colleges here are world class. All over the world, students come to gain an education and knowledge. And therefore, Mangalore stands on the very top amongst Indian cities. Nevertheless, there are still problems that beset us. And to address those issues, we have committed individuals whose untiring efforts is evolving Mangalore to be better than what it is. One of which we have the privilege of having this morning, Mr. Jayakrishnan. Jayakrishnan, after many years of service in the BSNL, took a voluntary retirement and full-time contributes to various issues of Mangalore. So I have the privilege of having Mr. Jayakrishnan with us, and I will ask a few questions to him as to how he has contributed to in various activities concerning the development of Mangalore. It is people like him to whom we owe our gratitude for putting their time and effort into addressing crucial issues that beset us. Mr. Jayakrishnan, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now, a little bit about the work that you have done, especially one rain and many areas of Mangalore get flooded. How has that been addressed? What is your involvement in that and what are you doing?
Good morning, everybody. In 2020, just before start of Corona, I took VRS from BSNL, so 30 years service. And after that, lockdown time, the question was what we have to do. So some good people around me in my locality started one association. So I joined them, and in between from another area, by hearing this news, one Suresh Udupa visited our area, and along with him I am going for all the activities for flood control. In fact, he had filed 2017 Lokayukta case for this not cleaning the canals in and around Mangalore. That case is still going on, but somehow we together have opened the eyes of administration, and this year we can say Kottara Chowki, where I am residing, is zero flood. Along with us, for people from Pumpwell, Kulai, and some other such areas are also joined. Mr. Suresh Udupa deals in RTI. He is specialized in RTI these cases. So he take all the matters of records in RTI and fight with the authorities. So I have not restricted only for flood. Along with this flood, I found out that the main reason for artificial flood is this. One reason is erratic throwing of garbages. That is also so I have concentrating on zero waste management. So it all starts from our house only, this zero waste management. As per me, my opinion, as soon as child is born, the waste starts producing. That is, you put this Huggies, and every day it will be waste. But during our childhood, it was not like that. People were using reusable clothes and all. Then in my case, I will try to see as per in Kannada wordings, Kasadinda Rasa. That should be our aim in anything. For example, morning, if you take one paste pack, usually what people will do, paste that carton, paper carton, they will just throw it to waste, and previous empty tube also they will throw it to waste. But in my case, I will not do like that. I will just put it in one gunny bag, and after some days I will divide it into papers and plastics. And you believe it or not, since 2017, since last 7 years, I have accumulated nearly 19,000 rupees by sale of all these old items.
That is very remarkable.
Yes.
Yeah. And when you pay an electricity bill, you are entitled to 220 volts, 50 cycle hertz,
Yes.
24 hours of electricity. By chance there is a power cut, you can ask for reimbursement from the government. I never knew that. But similarly, when you pay your road tax, you are entitled to perfect, well-maintained roads. The pathetic state of many of the roads in Mangalore leaves much to be desired. And is there anything that you have thought about or contributed? Or sometimes I feel so sad. Suddenly motorcyclists fall into a road pit and fall and break and all that. Is there anything that we can do or has been done in that regard?
We are contacting with this city corporation as well as national highway authorities for periodical maintenance, but still they lack.
Nothing seems to be happening.
Yes.
I can't understand, when there is a department of electricity with full-time employees, why don't we have a department of roads, full-time employees surveilling the entire city and monitoring it? And so many Western countries, you go to somewhere, they are so well maintained. They have a surveillance system. Anytime there is a small breach, instantly it is repaired. Why can't we have the same system here? Roads are the backbone of a country. Like I am a doctor, like in the human body, the vascular system is the backbone. If the vessels are faulty, how much the humans will suffer? So first priority should be perfect roads. And in that regard, sometimes we have failed miserably. Maybe something should be done. It's high time something is done, because when we call ourselves the 48th best city, and then when there is something called the smart city project ongoing, maybe it's in time we will evolve into all these areas to completely make sure that a city is spick and span clean, no flooding and regulated traffic, and absolutely almost zero crime. Of course, in crime wise, we have the best police system and they're all doing a fantastic job, but people are getting hurt, harmed and scammed. You got to be very careful. Since this is a Mangalore awareness program that we are having, you got to be very careful. Do not even 1 rupee spend online. It's today's world. You click on anything, you can be scammed. If you are having a faintest doubt, of course there is a number called, I think, 1903, and you ring that, immediately they'll swing into action. But beware, do not get scammed, do not get frightened about calls, do not get frightened about people who say that I will refund your money or take it. No. So many people are missing or losing lakhs and crores of rupees. No, your hard-earned money is yours. Be very careful. But is there anything else that you and your group are doing that we should really feel proud, privileged and indebted for the fantastic work you are doing? Apart from waste management is another big thing, which is now pretty much okay, but it needs to be amplified. Waste management, sometimes the whole company goes on strike and something happens and they start accumulating, but these are things that should not happen. What is their dues should be paid. Aren't we all paying taxes? Aren't we all paying enough amount of money for me? But sometimes when the upkeep is inadequate, we feel a little sad. Things are like this. So is there anything else that you're doing in your work?
2 months ago, I had posted in DC Dakshina Kannada group requesting him to conduct a meeting consisting of all NGOs, psychiatrists and all these stakeholders.
But I suppose you did not get a response from
no response.
Something, when these officers who are in charge of these things, the district commissioner, the mayor and all that, they have been primarily elected to be in that chair to help us. But when we don't get a response, that is when we feel let down. Now the other thing, we have a health system. How many people are getting affected? It's like an epidemic, dengue. What have they done? What have the authorities done? Recently I had been to Ireland. I never found a single mosquito. How fantastic it is. Now, in that regard, when no mosquitoes are there, there will be no dengue, no chikungunya, no filariasis, not so many mosquito-borne illness. But here, how many people are getting it? It's almost like an epidemic. Now, in that regard, as a doctor, let me tell you, I did a little bit of work. Please know very clearly that the mosquitoes are not attracted to your blood. They are primarily attracted to your sweat smell. Now, how to overcome that? The authorities are doing precious little to rid the city of mosquitoes. It's still highly sort of polluted with mosquitoes. So, what can you do? Make sure that the human sweat smell is not there. How can you do that? Either scrub yourself thoroughly with a good soap and water, or spray yourself with a deodorant. Not everybody, sometimes you can't tolerate, sometimes they don't like the smell of what is this mosquito repellents, like I should not name brand names, but unless I name them, you will not also know Odomos, and I don't like the smell. Whereas a deodorant, powerful enough, if you spray, believe me, see the magic that you will not be attractive to mosquitoes. That's how I spray a deodorant is powerful enough on your arms, legs, and especially this is called the pinna, because these mosquitoes come and bite there. Please know very clearly, one bite and your death certificate can come. We lost our departmental typist for cerebral malaria. She died, and so many tragic deaths are happening. And when that happens, you can't nothing, you can't be saved, because sometimes suddenly they will spiral out of control. Yesterday, our watchman's wife, I often tell them, be careful in the evenings and all, don't sit and chat, because you are vulnerable unless you spray yourself. And yesterday she is seriously sick with a platelet of nearly 30,000, little more, and then I don't know what will happen, because we don't really know. So it is up to you to take the requisite precaution and make sure that your house is nicely meshed up, no mosquitoes enter, and maybe there are mosquito repellent candles or something, but what you can really do is spray yourself with a deodorant. You will be pretty much safe. It is not that, that is why some people are more attractive than others, mosquito wise, I mean, because your sweat smell is a little more stronger than the others. So please know, if one bite happens, you will be very careful, or keep moving your legs out. Of one bite happens, your death certificate will be sent, and that's it. So whatever you can do good today, do it now, for tomorrow even may never come. Be a good person, be good to everybody, be good to the society. Live only by one rule: do no harm. We are not compelled by any religion or politics or no. Only that's my take. Live only by 3 words: do no harm. And if you do that, you will have a long, successful, good career. And sometimes my students ask me, what is the way to forward to thing? Not, we all have the desire to make tons of money, but fill not your commercial bank, but your spiritual bank. What do you mean by that? When you do good, you fill your spiritual bank. For what? To buy the things money can't buy. What is it that money can't buy? Number 1, a long, successful career, normal, healthy children, a caring family, and a standing in the society. Now that is something money can't buy. It's only gifted to you by the good that you do. And Mr. Jayakrishna, in his long number of years in BSNL, has harmed no one. Face is the index of the mind, and one look at him will tell us he's a wonderful, kind, devoted soul whose only intention has been to do good to everybody. So in that regard, he had a long, successful career, normal, healthy children, caring family, and a standing in the society. Why? Because of the good that he has done. So all these and more makes this morning a wonderful. It's been a pleasure talking and sitting and talking here with you, Mr. Jayakrishnan. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. Been a real great honor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.